Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. So we did our LON retrospect, which was so fun. I really enjoyed that video. And we're going to do a retrospect for all 3 of our subscriptions. And this is the Grace Marie Fitzpatrick Season 4 Fashion Retrospect.
Season 4. That's crazy.
I don't know what to say to put it into words because there's a lot we can say about it, but we're going to try. This season, as you can see behind us, has been one of the most incredible adventures through fashion, through time, through history, through garment making for doll collectors and for us. It has been such an incredible adventure that I will always look back on with some of my favorite memories of my job.
Yeah, I agree. I've said it before, but doing this felt like sort of like a new light bulb going off. Like some corner was turned in some way for creative flow and for inspiration, and it's been so rewarding. Like this was such a wonderful challenge in lots of ways. Like you've been saying a lot lately, like talking about growing, and like I really resonate with that. Like this feels like such a challenge for growth, and I'm thrilled to have been a part of it.
It was, because also we've never really done anything historical. It was always been modern, and I'm gonna say I took a risk here buying 300 of each of these outfits, thinking, well, maybe 100 people will love it, maybe 400 people will love it, and we sold out the subscription immediately. Thank you so much. Yeah. We had very, very, very high retention throughout the year. I think it went down by maybe 20 throughout the whole year, and then you always bought the extra boxes. So that is a very successful run for an entire year of fashion. Yeah. And you also took the risk with us because you were investing in 12 months of buying things that you didn't know what it was, but we knew it was historical. But we really have grown, because I never in my wildest dreams back in 2019 when I was dreaming up a doll subscription would have thought we'd be putting out historical fashions. So this is cool.
Yeah, I agree.
This is cool. So let's start at the beginning. We have Lady Grace of 1760, and this is the gal that kicked us off. This started us all. I know it's one of the favorites for everybody.
Oh, it continues to be one of my favorites.
Isn't it? It'll never not be a favorite.
I know. Starting real strong. we started real strong with this one.
We like to always start really strong.
That's true.
Our first and last outfit, we like to have be really good. But this one's just,
I mean, we could have put anything into
truly
the first, really, and we could have held this out for, you know, a big shebang later, but I think this as the opening number is so incredible, and I will never get over this fabric. I'll never get over the lace. I'll never get over the trim, the tinsel trim, like, and all those little silver buttons. This outfit is so spectacular. And
it's like our North Star. Like when I saw this, I knew we were going to be okay. Yeah. This was one of the first samples we got back, and I could see what the factory was capable of.
Yes, exactly.
We knew that if they can make this, then we can do anything.
It changed everything.
It did. It changed everything.
All of the scope on what we realized was possible. And yeah, the North Star is such a great way to describe that, because it really did sort of change the course of the rest of all of it, you know?
It really did.
And it made it
possible. Yeah. It made it feel possible, because when we got that sample back, I knew that everything else in the lineup was going to be possible if they could do that. A 1760 type outfit with the fabrics and the sewing and the buttons and the cinched up back and all of that. I just was like, okay, this is a go.
Well, and that it did not take long for people to explode with excitement for that. Understandably, I think. You got to share in our sort of wonder of that right away. It's amazing.
It's amazing. So in February, so that was November, and then in December, I'm already skipping ahead. In December, we had Victorian Christmas, and this one, again, was so spectacular. The inspiration image was actually sent to me by Diana Vining, where she found a historical garment, and I thought it was just wonderful.
It's so good.
It's so good. Charles Dickens to life.
Dress is so unbelievable, and the little crochet lace is still just I find it captivating. Collectors love miniature stuff. You know, doll people are so driven by the scale of something just being, zapped down, and when you can do that really well, it's unbelievable. It's
such a remarkable skill to do, and it's also a remarkable thing just to witness. We were actually speaking with Robert Tonner when we were in Ohio, talking about how this job is the best of both worlds because we get all the fashion but we get to have it on a miniature scale, which is just so cool.
Right.
It's so cool. But this one was and is spectacular. Again, it came with gloves. Several of our outfits came with gloves, which was
the first time that we debuted fingered gloves.
Fingered gloves.
Like that was
no, we did it. We had the riding outfit. Remember the riding outfit?
Oh, that's true.
That had the
I
leather
misspoke.
fingered gloves.
That's true.
But still, to have fingered gloves for a doll, included with the cape and with everything, it was beyond. That's one of my favorites.
We had a couple edits on that one, but by the time we got it back, we knew it was perfect.
Yes.
You know, it felt so Christmassy. And like, I still think about that video and making that set and like just being completely immersed in a wonderland with her.
Right.
It was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
I love that one.
So in January, this one, Timeless Hearth, is a stunning outfit. I was a little afraid that the community was going to think it was too plain and too boring.
Sure.
And now I've learned, talk about growth. So I've learned about what people like, and we like quality, and we like classic, and we liked it. We really did. So again, it helped me grow a lot as a person in the job that I'm doing, because this one was a big hit. So all to say with this one is that the jacket is incredible. I know, Christopher, you're not fond of blue, but what did you think of this outfit?
Well, this is such a like gorgeous jewel tone.
Yeah.
I think my issue with blue, I will bore people with for another day. Like, I don't need to rail on about that. I think it can be overdone, and this is such a like statement color that it's impossible not to love. And again, craftsmanship, like the structure of this,
the back of that jacket,
it's so well done. So I think simple is actually usually my method. It doesn't maybe seem that way, but I really do like simple as your sort of guidepost when it's done well. And this is a perfect example of that. It's restrained, but in a very classy, successful way. I just love this.
Yes, I love it too. And while we're transitioning to February, I also want to give a big shout out and thank you to Tamara Casey of Designs by Jude, who created the patterns for this wonderful season that complemented this entire season. It was just so much fun for all of the sewers.
Round of applause for Tamara.
Round of applause for Tamara. Round of applause for our entire team, for Diana Vining, for all of your artwork, and just out there how much we all put into making this happen. But I hate to have any video go by without saying that. So Sailing Stripes, I love.
I do too.
This one was a point of contention. There were several purists out there who did not like Sailing Stripes.
Sure.
And then the majority of everyone absolutely loved Sailing Stripes. So this was one where we had to reiterate that we are also incorporating some fantasy in with the historical aspect of our dolls.
The playability is not necessarily limited to historical accuracy, and like I think we can do referential nods to periods of time without doing replicas of those things. And this to me has such a fun, whimsical vibe. I love the like point at the waist. I love the giant sleeves, and I mean, I love warm colors. I love red, and so this being sort of a red stripy, kind of silly outfit, I think really works for something like being on the water. And this giant hat, like I just think this enormous hat is so cool.
It was the first hat in the series as well.
Yeah.
So you got so many pieces. This dress works by itself without the jacket. There's different ways to style it.
The like spaghetti straps of the bodice is so cute. Like I really do love this one.
I do too. I love the bell sleeves. I love the stripes.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't choose any of them that we didn't think were spectacular. So that's how this one got in the lineup. And while I thought it was going to be a smash hit, again, growth, learning, because I can't gauge what everyone's going to think. But I love it. We'd love to know what you think. And based on the photos and all the things we've seen out in the community, I think that most people really love that one. But
I mean, again, biased, I think it's hard not to love.
Yeah.
But again, you're not going to win everything every time. There's just no way.
There's no company, right?
Right.
There's
when
there's
you've got
movies.
hundreds of customers or audience members or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's just not possible to have, resounding praise for every single project.
Yeah.
But I think if you can, 9 out of 10, if people like 9 out of 10, I'll take it. That's it's
It
an A for me.
And the people they were very gracious about it for the most part, but the people that didn't like it, they were coming from the lens of they were purists. They were fashion purists. And so we had to recalibrate what we were putting out and speak those words that we are doing some reimagining.
Sure.
We are trying to do fantasy and also historical garments, but they're not always going to be 1,000% accurate. But some of them are.
Sure.
Some of them are.
As much as you can with miniature scale.
Yeah, but some of them are like 1,000% accurate because they're based off straight from the sporting fashion book or straight from a historical reference.
Right.
So we had Viridian Venture in March.
Yes, I love this one. This one, I don't know. Again, it's like simple but very well done. It remains just one of my favorites. I think it's so pretty. The skirt is so beautiful. It's just the most gorgeous color. I love the shape. I love the fabric. The bodice is so beautifully detailed without being like a try-hard jacket. Like, it's just simply gorgeous.
It is.
I love this outfit.
Yeah, and I loved that the top was separate from the skirt.
Yeah.
This one was one that our friend Joseph said it actually looks like Grace is in a costume for a play in a historical film.
Sure.
And I thought that that was brilliant. That's exactly what it's giving, even though that wasn't the exact intention. But I just thought that the green and everything and the lace on the front of it, I really loved this one. I thought this one was a lot of fun.
Well, and that sort of like, again, I think I described this as like almost like it looks like silk in the video. The bodice, it looks like silk. It's the way it reflects light is just spectacular.
And this stands up by itself. You can take the top, and remember in the video, it was so structured and so well made that it just stood up by itself. It didn't fall over.
Yeah, it's good starch, you know.
I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, I do love this one. And on this model, A+.
A+. And Christopher, you're also coming at it from a different lens too, because you spent a lot of time creating stories to go with all of these.
That's true. Sometimes the stories were informed by the fashions, and then, you know, vice versa.
Right.
There's no, like, you know, equation for like making this happen. It's a case-by-case circumstantial sort of inspiration, but it was a great privilege and joy to help bring some of these to life a little bit more, and sort of following Diana's torch of writing stories for Grace for so long.
Yeah.
It was so much fun to sort of expand upon that and create a really large, detailed world, as restrained as possible, sometimes with moderate success, but it was a lot of fun. And that one was a sort of a goofy, fun, silly parade theme, and following it was interesting because we had this in April.
Garden Party. So this one was straight from the sporting fashion book, which again, this was one that almost didn't make it because I thought that the lamb chop, what is it? Not lamb chop.
The leg of mutton.
Leg of mutton. I thought the lamb chop sleeves were too lamb choppy. There was a lot of things about it. I did like it, but I have never seen Grace in such a bold and dramatic silhouette like this.
This one very nearly didn't happen.
The bow tie.
And I said, it's so cool. We got to try. And we got the sample back, and you chewed on it for a little while, and I'm glad that it made the cut because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces.
Did you include the gloves too?
Yes.
And
So,
again, fingered leather gloves.
probably the most like outrageous of the outfits just for like quantity of pieces. This is so bonkers, and trying to find a way to like talk about this in springtime as a like very heavy in the practical sense and also void of color. It was really interesting to be like, well, this makes the most sense in the, you know, linear sense, the lineup, but for April, you know, like you're seeing flowers come out. And that's when I began to really think about the structure of storytelling for this season and like the ways to set up storylines and to play with imagination in a real way. Like this gave me so much creative flow to like play with dolls the way that we always hope that you do. And again, I don't expect, you know, my stories to be something everyone likes. You know, maybe you're creating your own stories when you open these boxes, but it was one of the things that I thought about with this, like black and white and a coat in spring. How do you play with that? And like transforming her world into one that is void of color was so much fun. And the fashion is, again, all of these were ruby red, so, you know, it goes without saying that it's just as remarkable as any of the others, but this one was a lot, and I'm glad that we went with it. 'Cause
this one was a lot.
it's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. Keep the comments coming because we love to know what you think. Was this a lot? Was this too much? I don't know. I have zero regrets, and
Yeah.
again, it helped push the boundaries to let me know that, hey, we can do giant billowing leg of mutton sleeves.
Yes.
And we can, and so that opens more doors. The garden party walked so the rest of the leg of mutton could run, so we can do more of it, right? Truly.
It's true.
It's true. So after garden party, and I wrote some notes down because I have them in chronological order, we had, Baroque Blue. Oh, dang.
This one?
Oh, this one. This one launched 1,000 ships.
Yeah, this was always...
This would have launched 1,000 boxes if we had had that many made.
God, truly. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this one. This one is so spectacular. I mean, the wig I sort of threw together. That doesn't exist as a product, but you could make one if you wanted to. This fashion was... like, I continue to think of this as like a perfect Christmas morning sort of gift. Like, this under the Christmas tree as a doll is everything that I could possibly wish for. Like,
I know.
It's everything.
It's everything.
I love this outfit.
I loved the way that we did the sides where we could have two different styles for the dress. I like them singed. I think it's so much prettier that way. But this is a Italian style gown, and when they sent the sample over, I blew a gasket.
Yeah, I remember like huddling around the computer.
We were at a
like,
loss.
Squealing.
Yeah, we were at a loss for words.
So unreal, and it's just as gorgeous in person. Like, this is one of, I think, the coolest things in the entire world, and I'm so proud that we got
to put it out.
Like, this is the coolest thing in the entire world.
Yeah, if you have this outfit, you're so lucky.
Yeah. You guys make the most magical things possible.
So magical. Oh, I love that one. And Marcia made us some wonderful court shoes for that one, too.
Those shoes are still
court shoes.
Some of the prettiest shoes.
Yeah, we do have some more in stock if you want a pair. But she did fabulous court shoes for that. It was such a relief, too, because I didn't know what type of shoes to do.
Sure.
We were on a tight timeline, and she was able to get those to us within a few months.
Always trust Marcia to pull through.
She does pull through.
She really is so reliable.
So after we had Baroque Blue, we had the Archer's gown. And this one was really fun. This was from the Sporting Fashion book, and this one is actually a Regency era dress, but it doesn't look as Regency-ish because we have the Spencer. And I love learning about fashion words too. The Spencer. I didn't know that it was called that. I know, but we say vest now. I like saying Spencer. Maybe I'll just say Spencer all the time. But it had these beautiful French leather gray gloves. The gloves are everything.
So gorgeous.
The eyelet and the detail on this beautiful fabric. It looks totally antique.
Yeah, it does.
And then the arrow that is in the hat. Isn't that just... I love that little touch.
The detail on this is another, I think, prime example of restrained but detailed in such a way that is... Sometimes the simple route is the best one. They just did such a remarkable job with construction, with attention for detail, with continuity. I mean, like, Ruby Red also really understands the context of what we're doing so many times. Like, even if we're not spelling out every detail, they are intuitive enough to really understand what we're trying to accomplish, and they found this perfect fabric. I mean, it's perfect fabric. There's nothing about this that I could even think of changing. I mean, it's just...
They do such a good job with scale.
Yeah.
And all the detailing with the buttons and everything. It's just...
Yeah.
I would expect to pay $80 for the Spencer.
Sure.
It's just...
Yeah.
It's just miniature art. I love this one. Let us know what you think, if that one was one of your favorites. And of course, as we go throughout the video, please tell us maybe your top three or your favorite. Yeah. It's very hard for me to have a top three, but I bet we could probably think of it. You have an idea? So Summit Style is what we put out in July, and this one has a lot of really wonderful memories for us, mainly because we filmed this at UFDC. And so all the Diana and Tamara were both in this video, and Marcia was in the video at the end, and so it was like an extended version. And talk about mutton sleeves. I mean, these are insane. I love this one.
This is like, this is the opposite of simple in the best way. This is like throwing every option at the wall, and like this actually is inspired by a museum piece, and
it's the Sporting Fashion book.
Yeah, if you can recreate as many details as possible in miniature scale, like that's its own feat. We made a couple edits to this, but this feels like a party. I mean, it's like looking at it is just like so exciting, and it felt like a party to film because we had all of our friends there. Like, not only were Tamara and Diana and everybody in the video, but we filmed it with them.
Yeah,
and we
it was
never
so
get
fun.
to like do that together in person. It was so much fun.
Yep.
That whole UFDC was like such a dream. So,
Bringing it to UFDC, Diana crinkled up a paper bag to make that little rock with the little goat scaling down the side. Just so many good memories.
she's so creative.
Yeah.
And like on the fly, she did that like in the moment and just had the inspiration and she just sketched up a little mountain goat and just like in all of 10 minutes. It was so cool. So also bearing witness to her sort of artistic skill in that moment is amazing. And this is fabulous, obviously, but I think of it that way.
Yeah.
You know, I think of it as sort of a team project.
And I, again, loved the homage to brave women and to think about scaling the sides of mountains in a man's sport, doing it while wearing a skirt because you weren't allowed to you weren't allowed to have pants on. And then, of course, they had the skirts that were divided and could turn into pants. But the lengths you had to go through to just wear comfortable clothes.
Right.
I love paying tribute to those very strong women who went out and defied the odds. It would have been much easier not to do that. So go them.
Yeah. We support women over here.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. So we have, after that was Riding Reverie. And this one was so fun because this one had modern and historical.
This one stands to be, I think, one of the fan favorites. I think people really enjoyed this one, as do I. I love how many pieces were available for this, and I love this fabric. This jacket is so unique. This like mossy, olivey, pea soup green plaid is like, I think it's spectacular.
Pea soup.
A little bit.
It's
right?
beautiful, but yeah.
And then of course with the hat put us through it. We went through
The hat was
so many edits for this hat.
so hard.
Hats are challenging, and I'm really, really proud of this one. But it's
we had to pay for a custom mold. We couldn't just find this on the internet and order 300 of them.
No.
It was a custom mold, so we had to pay a mold fee.
Well, and then we got the sample back,
edits.
and it was like we made an edit on like a good sample, and then they sent that back, and it was
a totally
like different
size,
hat.
a different. It was. We went through a lot of drama with this, but it was worth it.
So
Look at how
worth it.
much it enhances that outfit.
I know. And then the skirt, of course. This is one of two skirts you had as an option. And I think the story behind this one was fun. The vibe behind this one is so much fun. It's very summery, like even though it is a full skirt, like the idea of, hopping around on a horse is just inherently so warm and sunny and pretty. Maybe just like right on the cusp of autumn is like how I wanted this to feel. It's spectacular. I love this fashion. I love this fashion. We had originally had just the short skirt, but I knew for a historical subscription that we had to make it historical. So Dee in Brazil actually sourced the images and helped find a pattern on the internet so we could give it to the factory so they could create this skirt. And it really just brought it full circle. Yeah,
it's lovely. I'm very proud of that one.
Same.
And so that actually brings us to October, where we had Midnight Stripes. And then that brings us to September, where we have the Gathering Dress, which I know this one was an absolute fan favorite.
This one, the shape of this is so unreal. Like, this is such a huge outfit. I love this one. I've said that for each of these. But
well, we love them all.
We picked them. Of course we like them. This skirt is so unreal. The cape is so gorgeous. I love the shape of this sleeve. We have a new feature with the bonnet. We just released this. But I really, this one feels like a real fashion for a real person. Not that the other ones don't in any way, but this one really transports me to a real life character of a bygone era. And I love the way that the fabric really feels light and airy and movable. I mean, the crinoline is probably the biggest of the whole subscription. Not every crinoline is the exact same. This one's real.
Yeah, they're all different, but look at all those layers on that one.
Yeah, it's enormous, and it just feels wistful. It feels yearning. It feels adventurous. It feels very inspiring. I just found this one very inspiring.
And I loved the name for this one, the Gathering Dress, because you could see her out gathering apples, gathering her students in from recess, gathering her friends around town. Yeah. It's very nostalgic. It's very apple pie. It's everything we would want out of a historical garment. Yeah. You can take off the little shawl. I just love it. Yeah. I love it. And if you haven't bought this bonnet, if they haven't sold out, you absolutely need that bonnet. That is a need.
Yeah. It's lined in red.
I know.
It's perfect. I really love it with the Christmas dress.
If you have all of these outfits, if you've been with us the whole time, setting them up like this is jaw-dropping. I told Christopher I'd like to keep them like this for a while just so I can enjoy them and see them.
Yeah.
Not all of us have 12 dolls, but you can put them on mannequins. You can put them on different dolls too. They do fit, because of the structure, they do fit some other dolls. But seeing them like this is very cool.
Yeah, it is.
So our last stop on our retrospect is Midnight Stripes.
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
This is so much fun. This one, as we're filming this, we actually haven't released the filming of this video yet.
We filmed this video today.
I hope that people really like this one. I mean, thank you for
looking into the future. You do.
Yeah. It's really fun. Putting her in all black anyway is so dramatic, but then adding in the lace and the stripes and the ruffle
and the bustle, our first bustle.
This is so much fun, and I love that it teeters right on the edge of real life, lifetime historic costume and nod to yesteryear, and also obviously is trying to like balance Halloween in there too, right?
Right.
We wanted to do something that felt festive without being like gory or campy or silly
or too costumey.
Yeah.
I really loved this one, and we pulled together this one probably 9 months ago. And this is again where we're reimagining. So we have a lot of historical elements, but there are pieces that are reimagined, and it is such a fun outfit.
Yeah.
It is. I love this one. The only thing it really needs is some kind of black bonnet. I love what you did, Christopher, when you put the veil
thank you.
on the front. But if the sewers out there can create some kind of black bonnet, I think that would be really cool.
Sure.
We need to make something, but again, if you don't have much, you could just kind of create a little veil out of some lace and ribbon.
A ragged scrap of black lace and a satin ribbon and made a bow and just like pinned a veil together, which like
it looked good.
If you're trying to wear this maybe more as a costume, I think that's a great way to play with it. Feel at liberty to be inspired with your trimmings and clippings and I know that the sewers and the doll room people, you've got stuff. You can go use your stuff and find a new purpose for it. I mean, that's the whole thing, is playing. So this one is a great one for playing, I think.
It's a great one for playing. So before we end the video, we are going to share 2 more sneak peeks of what is coming up next season. So we're going to go grab those pieces, and we hope that you love them. And we're back with 2 super sneak peeks. So this is 2 things.
Yes.
We are showing you this incredible set of undergarments, which will be in the subscription.
Yes, it will.
And this one is actually going to be an add-on for December. So this one's not in the official subscription. This is an add-on for our December special edition dress. But let's talk about these undergarments.
This is so spectacular, you guys. There's no world wherein this could ever be functional today, but that's kind of the whole point.
Or you'd want it to be. They actually used clips like this to hold their
I mean, imagine going to Target in this under your like cardigan and sweatpants or something. Like,
yeah, today.
This is so insane. Even with that said, I think this is going to be a fan favorite simply for detail alone. Don't mind our sample tags, but this tells you, I mean, this is a sample from the factory.
This is a sample.
I think this one is layered, it's detailed. You've got, I think it's
This was also inspired from a garment that is in a fashion museum.
Yeah.
So they did it just like this. And when we got the first sample back, they made it everything, but they didn't add these parts. And I said, we have to have the garter clips.
Yeah, the garter clips are like, they're real
It was
clips.
the smallest clips they could find. They looked everywhere.
Even with that, like they function. They're functioning miniature garter clips. It's so crazy. And the structure of the corset is actually like pretty substantive. So this will be a box.
This is a box.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a box. The other one is not. We have 3 sets of undergarments.
Yeah.
But this one I really love because it's yellow. I really love yellow, and we have hardly done anything in yellow.
And it's a fun, bright, poppy, jolly yellow too. Like, there's lots of shades of yellow. This one makes me excited. It just feels like springtime.
This is very special. And when I sent again, you're going to hear me say this a lot, and I'm going to quit saying it eventually because we know there's basically no limits when we're working with Ruby Red Galleria, but this is one that I sent to them that again I thought, they're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to do that.
And I almost think that they take it as a challenge to like prove us wrong. You know?
Maybe, because I've never said that to them. Like, okay, let's see what you can do.
Good luck.
But I'll send it to Good luck. But this is actually one that I said, I don't look at the detailing on this. This is so beautiful.
The fabric is really spectacular. I mean, it looks like it would be like heavy like curtains, and it's actually quite lightweight.
Yeah.
But they did a fabulous job in
Here, hold that. I want to see how companion-y it feels for Baroque and Blue. That's fun.
They are fun together.
That's like two girls at the ball.
Well, and you've got like the really nice bluish green emerald, and then you've got like the citron, you've got hunter green, and I really love the combination of those things. It's nice with the yellow in the other one. I'm excited about this one. It's an add-on, but I think it's worth celebrating.
It's an add-on. We only have 100 pieces, but it is worth celebrating. This is very exciting.
Yeah,
I
agreed.
love this one.
We made maybe 1 or 2 edits to this, and they came back and really blew us away. So, excellent job as always, Ruby Red. For this entire lineup, thank you, Ruby Red Galleria.
Yes.
We would be up a creek without all of your help, so thank you so much for everything you do. These new pieces are no exception, but to celebrate what you've done, really, it's so spectacular.
Yeah, this is a celebration. This is a celebration of what we've done together. If you've been a part of the subscription or just been a part of the community watching the videos and enjoying all of the doll content, that is a huge part of our world as well. So in any capacity, if you've supported our shop with this subscription and with this fashion journey that we have been on, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you 100 times over.
100 times over. We're very excited for season 5. All of the current subscription holders will get first dibs on signing up again, and then we will open up the wait list. So it's going to debut in January, as long as we get enough samples back.
Right.
That's our plan. We're doing pretty good, but we hope to get 3 or 4 more samples back in the next month or so that we feel comfortable enough.
Right.
Starting something that we know for 12 months we're going to have all of our stuff.
Well, and don't get too comfortable either. I think when we say that we're extending the season, it makes maybe some people think that they know what to expect.
Oh, yes.
I don't think that you guys do. I think
you're not ready.
There are some things that we've got some tricks up our sleeve still, and doing things that even, if these things cleared our bar of like, I don't think this is possible, we've continued to do that. And if we can go back to the 1500s, then here we come.
And to the periods where we've had a lot of people say, hey, I'd love a flapper dress.
Yeah.
I'd love a Regency.
The 20s.
I'd love 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
But really, really, really elevated.
Yeah.
So we're going to fill in the gaps. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to have a great adventure. So thank you for joining us on this retrospect of A Journey Through Time.
Yeah.
Christopher, thank you again for everything that you do to get everything just looking so beautiful. It is not my forte, and I am so thankful to have somebody on the team who is doing this and doing such a great job. I was just trying to get a little bit of exercise into my pregnant body, and Christopher was over here setting all this up. Paul was busy in the back setting up for other things, and I just found myself so grateful that I can do all of this at once. Some days it feels impossible, but not with a team like I have. Anything is possible with the team that we have. So we are going to be doing incredible things.
It's true.
Yeah.
We have a rapid fire speed round top 3.
Rapid fire speed round top 3. I'm going to say Baroque and Blue, Charles Dickens, the Christmas. It is so hard.
I know,
it is so hard.
It's mean to say.
I know, because because they all hold such a place in my heart. But if I had to grab 3, I don't know, maybe the Gathering Dress. I know, but I love Lady Grace.
I know.
Okay, your top 3.
So between the 3 of us, we actually get 6 dolls, or between the 2 of us, we get 6 dolls. I would agree. Those are some of my top 3s as well. I will also say November, and I will say April, and
it's so hard.
Maybe July.
I know, because July has so many memories. Paul, do you have 3 favorites?
A few.
Okay, give us 2 of your favorites.
A spotted one.
Yeah.
Okay,
April.
Garden Party, yeah.
I would say the new one, the black.
The black one, yeah.
Excellent. Those are good
Midnight
answers.
Stripes.
Black and white are some of my favorite colors too.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
Paul has a lot of experience with these as well, so we'd love to know what your top favorites are.
Yeah.
It is impossible really to choose, and so I'm so glad we don't have to. We don't have
Truly.
to.
We can
get to have
appreciate
them
all
all.
of them.
Yep, I love them. Yeah. All right, well, from our doll shop to your house, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you very much, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.